rapping, outcome match my actions. Talk, then I back it.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Washington Commanders. Joey Sly, the kicker, stands ready. And this one is underway here on EA Sports. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. So, Charles, this defense, they definitely know that they've got their hands full here going up against a group that has won 7 straight. What's the key for them in this ball game?
Well, we asked their defensive coordinator that very question, and the response was, we have the mindset that they actually have to react to us, not the other way around. So it sounds to me like the plan is to do the attacking and not wait to see what they present to them.
Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. From the 20, here's 2nd and 9. Working out of the shotgun, Hooker. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
On 1st and 10, Hooker. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 38. Hooker's going to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. You talk about this Washington defense. And they played well against the pass, currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
Yeah, this has been a good defense, but they're going to have to really prove it in this one because guess what? They're facing the #1 passing offense in the NFL. It's definitely a prove-it day for them.
2nd and 10. Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. I'll tell you what, CD, this Washington defense, very strong in the victory last week.
What I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in, and run the ball? or maybe just one or two receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
He'll let one go deep for Howard. And this is caught. And in for the Lions touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Lions are on the board first here this afternoon. A good hold of these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Let's go, baby. Let's go. Make a play. Panther 60. Panther 60.
Now a play fake here on first down. Smith catches left side. They'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
On 3rd and 2, Kyle. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get. Conversion.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot. And they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 38 yards on the scamper there.
What I continually hear from running backs and offensive linemen is how often they're actually getting together to watch film so they can get in sync with each other, understand blocking patterns better, how a running back likes to cut, what he wants to do. And boy, it all came together on that one.
That's one where they watch it and say, hey, we did everything we were supposed to do right there.
That looked like the play we drew up and designed. And then we got to see it unfold in real time.
Now 2nd and 3. Straight ahead, Walker. And for a second straight play, the Lion defense drops him behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
Well, that kind of hit will certainly fire up your team both on the field and on the sideline. Tackles for lost yardage, they're always welcome.
From the gun on 3rd down, Kyle. He's got his target. That's complete. And the Commanders are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Well, Brandon, obviously no panic in them. They gave up the touchdown. Their defensive side did that. But he's already taken them back downfield. I love this field general that they've got. It's almost like he went to the defensive captain and said, don't worry about it. We've got you. Now they got 1st and goal.
Yeah, we're seeing punch, counter punch, and this could be setting the... That is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Commanders respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. It's a foot race. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Lions. Extra point try now for Patterson. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. Out of the end zone comes Smith.
Washington will take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
To throw on second down, Kyle. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down. You talk about this Lions defense. They're a tough unit to throw against, currently fourth toughest in the NFL.
And when you're getting ready to face the #1 overall offense in the NFL, it does not matter where you rank defensively because you got your hands full. You don't know what you're going to face, but you know that that's a strong unit that you're getting ready for.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And that will be incomplete as well.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl-type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a player, but sometimes you just can't. He just knows where the ball is.
After one, 14-6 our score on EA Sports. The Lions with the football here to begin the second quarter as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And really, it's worth talking a little more about the stakes of this game. Currently, these are the top 2 seeds in the NFC. I think they're the 2 best teams. Would you agree?
I think you can definitely make the case that they are, and I like where you're going with that. I do know that we've seen a couple of other teams along the way that would say, hey, don't forget about us. But your premise, I think, could be spot on. These could easily be the top 2 teams in the NFC. Well, it hasn't been a banner first half for the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
On second down, here's Gibbs. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 11 yards there and a Lion first down. Well, CD, a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Jonah Jackson, former 3rd-round pick, the guilty party.
Let's go now.
Hooker, he's going to move him around a little bit here. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
2nd and 12, operating from the 39.
19 Lions. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
From the gun, it's Hooker. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he did not reel it in.
And that is not what you expect from a receiver of his caliber. Sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself, you don't look it in, and all of a sudden it's on the ground. A surprise to all.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Hooker. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And, Charles, this is a crew that you have to think, and he fumbled it. It's on the ground. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
I know that taking care of the football is something that's drummed into every guy who plays this position, no matter what, whether he's running it in the pocket, out of the pocket. But it's almost surprising to me that there aren't more fumbles by that position because of the way that they get attacked on each and every play.
Yeah, we had the fumble last week. Now here's 2 weeks in a row with a fumble loss.
Concentration has got to be there, and he's got to understand how much time he has to take care of a play, and maybe his clock is off just a little bit.
Let's go.
2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter.
79 Broncos.
Now Hooker. And he finds Howard complete. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And now it's 3rd and 3.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. 3rd and 3. Got his man. It's Williams. Touchdown. Jamison Williams from 17 yards out. And the Lions go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And, Charles, you look at these two teams, and these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got 2 division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down. as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. That's taken on the 25. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, if you...
And that is caught at the 10-yard line. Touchdown, Detroit. Jamison Williams with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Lions are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Off the play fake. Kyle. Throw left side complete. That's Smith. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
They go play action here on first down. Trying to lay one up deep. It's caught inside the 25. A huge play there for Washington. 48 yards. So after the big play, look at this. All the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Smith up the middle, and he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain, followed by a sizable loss here. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Back to throw. Kyle. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. From the gun on 3rd down, Kyle. Touchdown, Washington. From 10 yards out, and the Commanders are able to cut into that deficit. And again, it's no good. A few boo birds coming out as he's missed his 2nd extra point here in the first half. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Charles, this offense, they've been on a roll. 2 drives ago, they scored. Remember, last drive was that one-play touchdown strike, so now they're looking to make it 3 for 3.
You know, I talked to a Hall of Famer one time about, hey, when you're on defense and these types of things are happening to you, what goes through your mind? And he told me at that point, it's not about schemes. It's not about what's called from the sideline. It's about players. Who's going to make a play, make a stand, and stop this offense from doing what they've been doing?
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on 1st down. They were able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
An extra man in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down.
70. Drop 50, drop 60. 18 runners.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. Hooker. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
The touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. That's returnable now for Smith. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. Throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this 1st half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Here's 2nd and 10.
19 Lions.
Throwing again. Kyle. He finds Smith out of the backfield. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
They certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the 1st half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the 2nd half, that may lose.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Lions are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the 2nd quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds.
It's the pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. That's caught by Howard. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. By no means certainly are they out of this contest. 2-score game start of the third quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, and that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives. Try and slow things down a little bit.
Off play action. Kyle. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. Tough one there. First drive of the third quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
On second down, Hooker. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Howard. So the completion results in 9 yards. It'll leave him with 3rd and a full yard to go.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Hooker to throw on 3rd and 1. That is caught and in for the Lions touchdown. Jamison Williams, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Lions take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 23. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 10 yards there, good for a Washington first down.
They certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And he's got his man on the out route. He will go out right near the 35-yard line. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Off the play fake. Kyle. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run, because we envision them in offenses, catch the ball, how much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Back to throw again. Oh, and that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. Aiden Hutchinson. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Joey Sly on for the field goal. A 44-yard attempt.
Sly able to put this one through, and that'll get this back down to a 20-point spread. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
They go play action. Here's Hooker, and he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up 2nd. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1, and, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Clock showing 90 seconds to go in the 3rd. On 1st and 10, Kyle. Throw out wide to Walker. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him. Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot or running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his 2nd drop of the game. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Ron Rivera, the gambling type, but he comes up empty here, and the Lions will take over.
Okay, ready? Check, Panther.
Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
First down, Lions.
Before they can snap it, time runs out on this third quarter of play. On the ground with a tight end. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. And they get 17 more on that one and another first down.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Well, that'll help the old passing stats. Remember, it was a pop pass, so it's not a wide receiver run there, Charles.
Well, I like the way that you scored it, and that's exactly how it goes into the books. But remember, he's had success throwing the ball the standard way in this game. And here, this little tap pass, it goes for good yardage, a little something extra in his repertoire.
62 yards rushing for him now to this point. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. Out of the end zone comes Smith. And he returns this to the 22.
Takes over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And after all those wins that they've reeled off, it seems that they finally have met their match in a big fourth quarter hole. But still, what a run it's been. It feels like they have not lost in forever. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Throwing on first down. Kyle. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A gain of 14, first down Commanders.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Kyle. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Commanders went for it, but they cannot pick up the first. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. And they'll send Williams in motion right. On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room when you've had a big...
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes. And the Commanders are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that 4th down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and 6. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big play that time on the catch and run, and it'll move the chains. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
Brings up 2nd and 17 at the 43-yard line.
Off play action. Kyle flushed out right. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Down several scores and playing behind the chains is not the way to have success in this one. Right now, if you're the offensive line, your big concern, protecting your quarterback, give him a chance to try and throw something downfield to pick up the needed yardage.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And this is going to wind up working out just fine as he'll have a Washington 1st down. And an exhale there as they convert on 4th. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. On 1st down, Kyle. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Lions are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And this team continues to stake its claim as Super Bowl favorites. They are now eyeing an 8th straight win as they begin this drive here in the 4th quarter. Tackle made by Chase Young. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Sixty Bison.
Second down, and they go back to Gibbs. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Brings up 3rd down.
Let's go. Hawk 70. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
Third down, Hooker looks to throw it. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
Ready, ready. 19 Lions. Viking 18. Check, hurt, let's go.
Gibbs straight ahead. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. Charles